The question that haunts us all. There comes a moment in every life when the world grows quiet enough for a painful question to surface. Is it too late for me? This question carries the weight of memories we wish ended differently. Failed plans, broken relationships, missed chances, and years that feel lost. The older we get, the deeper that question digs into the mind. But the Stoics teach something powerful enough to shatter this fear. As long as you breathe, there is still time. Age is not a limit. Age is evidence, a living reminder of everything you survived. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." If that's true, then restarting your life doesn't begin with luck. It begins with perspective. I've stared at ceilings wondering if my best years were behind me. I've felt the heaviness of thinking my story had already peaked. But I learned something. Every ending hides the doorway to a beginning. And if something ended, maybe it wasn't your failure. Maybe it was life inviting you to restart, wiser than before. Today, I want to share 10 Stoic principles to help you restart your life at any age. Not as theories, but as truths I had to live through. Let's begin. 1. Focus only on what you can control. Epictetus simplified life into one sentence. Some things are in our control, some are not. For years, I fought everything outside my reach. People's opinions, timing, outcomes, recognition. All it gave me was exhaustion. Then I realized, life won't bend to my will, but my attitude can. Starting again begins when you stop trying to move the unmovable. Release what isn't yours. Act fiercely on what is. Your effort, your choices, your discipline, your next step. That is where your new beginning starts. 2. Stop waiting for permission. How much of your life has been delayed because you were waiting? Waiting for confidence, waiting for clarity, waiting for the right moment. Marcus Aurelius rose before sunrise and wrote, "Get up, you were not made for comfort." There was a morning when everything in me felt stuck. But I stood up, made coffee, and wrote one simple sentence. Today I begin again. That small act shifted the entire day. You don't begin because you're ready. You begin because your life moves now, not later. 3. Turn pain into strength. Seneca called suffering the raw material of virtue. Pain is not an enemy, it is a sculptor. I carried losses, failures, disappointments. And for years I saw them as burdens. Until one question changed everything. What is this pain trying to teach me? That question transforms wounds into wisdom. Stop asking, why me? Start asking, what can this make me? Nothing in your life was wasted. Every scar was part of your shaping. 4. Reevaluate your losses. We all have moments when life feels like it stopped too early. When we think we lost years, people, opportunities. But Stoicism reframes it. You didn't lose time. You gained clarity. Look back at everything that fell away. Were those things meant to stay? Letting go isn't losing. Letting go is freeing space for who you're becoming. Ask yourself, what am I still holding on to that no longer serves me? The answer may sting, but it will liberate you. 5. Make the Stoic commitment. If these words resonate, it means the fire in you isn't out. There is something in you that refuses to die quietly. So make a small promise to yourself. I choose to restart today. Your commitment isn't to this video. It's to your own growth. Restarting isn't an action. Restarting is an identity. You are someone who continues. 6. Start small, start today. We imagine transformation as something dramatic. Huge changes, major decisions, sudden breakthroughs. But the Stoics understood a simpler truth. A life is rebuilt through small, consistent steps. There was a time I wanted to change everything at once. My habits, my body, my career, my identity. And because it was all too big, I froze. I changed nothing. Then one question shifted everything. What is one good thing I can do today? Just one. A short walk. A few pages of a book. Cleaning a corner of my room. Small actions create momentum. Momentum becomes discipline. Discipline becomes transformation. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do what's possible, focus on the present task. Start tiny. Start humbly. Start quietly. But start today." 7. Cultivate inner silence. We live in a world filled with noise. Notifications, comparisons, opinions, fear. Silence is becoming a rare experience. Yet Epictetus taught, it is not things that disturb us, but our judgments about them. But how can we hear our own judgments when our minds are constantly crowded? For years I avoided silence because it forced me to face what I was running from. But silence is not emptiness. Silence is clarity. It's the place where you meet yourself. You confront your truth. You understand your fears. You separate your voice from the world's noise. Spend a few minutes each day. Without music, without your phone, without distraction. At first, silence feels uncomfortable. Then it feels cleansing. Eventually, it feels like freedom. Silence is the gym of the soul. 8. Remove the excess. Seneca wrote, "The man who needs more is the poorest of all." For years, I believed more was better. More goals, more stuff, more people, more noise. But the weight I felt inside didn't come from age. It came from excess. Restarting doesn't always mean adding new things. Often it means removing the unnecessary. Toxic habits, old narratives, draining relationships, unrealistic expectations, clutter in your environment, mental noise you've carried for years. Maybe you don't need a new life. Maybe you need a lighter one. Your peace has been buried under things you no longer need. Let go. Release. Simplify. Under the excess, you will rediscover yourself. 9. Accept imperfection as part of the path. Perfectionism is a silent killer of progress. The Stoics knew that failure was not a sign of weakness. It was a teacher. Seneca said, "The wise man falls but rises improved." I've failed more times than I can count. But each failure taught me something I needed to grow. Every restart begins with imperfection. Every transformation begins with mistakes. Failure is a mirror. It shows you what to refine next. Do not judge yourself for falling. Judge yourself only on your willingness to rise again. You are shaped by your resilience, not your perfection. 10. Plan for tomorrow but live today. The future can become a prison when you try to live inside it. How many nights have you lost worrying about things that never happened? I've done that too. Epictetus said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of things." The future is like the horizon, always moving, never reachable. Life only happens in one place. Right here, right now. Plan wisely. Prepare your path. But live today. Your restart begins, not in tomorrow's dreams, but in today's choices. The courage to begin again. Restarting is not a sign of defeat. Restarting is a declaration. I am not finished. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "A man's life is what his thoughts make of it." So think bravely. Think clearly. Think like someone who still has time. Because you do. Fear will whisper, "It's too late." Doubt will say, "You can't." But these voices are not truth. They are echoes from your past. The truth is simple. You are still here. And as long as you are here, you can begin again. With calm, with strength, with wisdom. Your new life starts now. Begin again and keep going.